It's been a hot minute and Honkai Star Rail is finally here. We spent a couple of days playing the game and here's our quick review and impressions of Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is a turn-based combat sci-fi gacha RPG game recently released by HoYoverse on the 26th of April 2023. The game is pretty similar to Genshin Impact, after all they are made by the same developer. But with surface-level limiting features such as close-wall exploration and strategic turn-based combat, some Genshin players may not find Star Rail to be their cup of tea at first. It's important for Genshin players coming into Honkai to not compare it one-on-one with Genshin, but to see it as a new experience entirely. Sense the fact that it has pretty similar stuff like same currency systems, gacha rates, and art style. Gamers who love Genshin and turn-based games such as old-school Final Fantasy and Persona absolutely would love Honkai Star Rail. As mentioned in our previous video, the gacha banners, pity systems, and drop rates are exactly the same as Genshin, except there is the departure banner that comes as a starter warp for beginner players. While the departure banner is available to you, there is a special rate where after 50 warps, you are guaranteed a 5-star character. In the Stellar Warp banner, which is the regular banner, once you've warped 300 times in the standard regular banner, the game will let you pick a 5-star of the following: Himeko, Welt, Bronya, Japat, Clara, Yangxing, and Bailu. Tell us in the comments who you're aiming for in your warps. Mine is Bronya. In terms of exploration, the teleportation function serves as a waypoint function in Genshin. Even for a closed-world game, there is still plenty for the player to wander about and explore and interact with NPCs, some which may be voiced by the members of Trash Taste.
Then haven't we lost out?
You idiots! We'll just steal off the miners.
I remember now. These guys came out of nowhere and got into a fight with the mining team.
Don't forget to spend your regional currency on its corresponding region's shops. It's practically free resources and you'll be earning it from side missions anyway. There's plenty of armor, trace material, and stuff that can aid in your progression. Also, remember to reply to your in-game texts. It gives out side missions too. Finished your main storyline and side quests but not enough materials to level up your characters? Well, don't worry. You can use your Trailblaze power to go fight Calyxes. These are basically your dungeons to grind for materials, and your Trailblaze power is your stamina system for it. But remember, once your Trailblaze power runs out, you have to wait for it to replenish. It replenishes once every 6 minutes, capping at 180 Trailblaze power after 18 hours. So be careful on how you want to spend this Trailblaze power before you wait. Our tip for early game is for you to farm character EXP Calyx 4 times and the Light Cone EXP twice, and then the rest on your Crimson Calyxes for trace materials. You can pick 2 to 3 characters you plan to build. We recommend Ice and Fire for those still early in the game. Preferably 2 DPS and 1 healer, and then farm for their respective trace materials in the Crimson Calyx. Playable character development can be a little bit confusing at the start, but once you get the gist of it, everything will become smooth sailing. At the start, all characters will be affiliated with one elemental power. These are physical, ice, fire, wind, lightning, imaginary, and quantum. These elemental powers help fight enemies who are against certain element types. Lastly, each character has certain paths. Paths are like the roles of your character, such as Dan Heng, who is on the path of the Hunt. The Hunt path tends to be a single target DPS, but is a bit squishy. There are several other paths, such as the Destruction, that generally works as an all-rounder attacker. The Harmony works for characters who buffs your team, and Erudition that works for characters that deal AoE damage. That's a lot of new info to take in, we know. Most importantly, take your time to learn and enjoy the game. Stories are beautifully written with spectacular voice acting. As someone who has played Honkai Impact III and Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail is off to a great start, and it seems to be a very promising game for all of us. That's all we've got for you today. If you enjoyed the video and got some helpful insights, give us a like to let us know. We'll see you in the next one.